Hey everybody, this is Carson coming at you from the most beautiful of Harding practice rooms. I didn't have a whole lot of time today to tape my vlog. It is the middle of the day and I still have one rehearsal left in Harding, so I just decided maybe I should camp out and get stuff done. So there's a music stand right above my head to block the natural lighting in the room, and then I have my phone behind the camera so I can get some white light up in here. So that's why it's sort of weird. I'm pretty sure there's like a cut right here. That's what I saw when I was like taking my preliminary tape thing. So I apologize for the weird lighting. My next video will be taped hopefully in my room and it will be much better quality. So I'm just going to start off by going ahead and asking my questions and even posing my challenge, because personally I have not had a whole lot of time to review the videos lately, so I'm not even sure what the question from last week was. I know I have to lip sync to something, but we'll cross that road later. So my first question is the instrument that you play now the first instrument that you learned? So personally, I started with trumpet, and I had picked saxophone originally, but we had too many saxophones, so I played trumpet, and I really sucked, and trumpet was like the dark years, so I usually try to like put that out of my mind, and I used to get in trouble all the time for playing trumpet even when I started horn, so trumpet is basically the devil. But I mean, I enjoyed it when I was in high school usually, but I didn't practice, and look where I am now, playing horn, the dark side. But yeah, I played trumpet and wanted to play saxophone, didn't work out, and then I got switched in my freshman year. My band director was like, hey, do you want to play mellophone? I'm like, sure, that sounds like a lot of fun. And even though I'm going to be the only person playing it, it's still, I would like a change. So I started playing it, and if trumpet is the devil, mellophone is like worse than the devil. I don't know how to describe it, but it is the worst. It's just the worst. So I definitely thought that mellophone was a concert instrument. So on the first day of concert band in, I think it was the Christmas concert, just halfway through my freshman year, I brought out the mellophone and I started playing, and my band director was just like, what are you doing? Doing what you asked me to do? She's like, nah, you gotta play this. And she hands me this horn, and it's got a completely different mouthpiece, and like I have to stick my hand in it, and like I don't even use my right hand for the keys. That was an interesting day, and I was the only horn player. So the first thing that I saw on the page was a G to G glissando, and like, that's just, I can barely do that now. So I look at it and I'm like, I don't think I can do this, but I went ahead and did it. I was the only horn, but made it work. Anyway, so my second part of the question, and I'm really sorry I've been ranting, but also, how has the instrument that you play now shaped you as a musician? So what I mean by that is like, not, why are you here? What sort of things did you do to get here? Like, how good are you at your instrument? I mean more like, how has your experience in your own section, whether that be in high school or here, how has that made you a different person or like a better musician? Is it the people or the repertoire? Is there something specific to, the experiences that you've had musically that you feel have really contributed to yourself as not only a musician, but, a person? And I have to say that for me, like I mentioned earlier, I was the only horn at my school for most of the time. Senior year, I had 2 baby horns. And freshman year, I sort of had a horn, but she was the drum major. So I had just started from being in a group of about 8 trumpets, and I had relied completely on them to, nail the rhythms, and, I could listen to the partials to know where they were. And I basically did everything by ear because I was really, really, really terrible at reading music. So when I was handed this mellophone and, I had this independent part on my own, not only can I not read music, but I also don't know how to play this instrument. And so mellophone was like an interesting ride, but I figured it out because the fingerings are pretty similar to trumpet, and you use your same hand. But when I got to horn, I just felt so alone and just like distant from everyone, which is like melodramatic and really dumb. And looking back, it's like obviously that was a good thing for me because I'm here now and I needed that independence. But at that time, it was terrifying. So anyway, playing horn on my own is probably one of the best experiences that I've ever had in my entire life. But yeah, so that's how I feel about my experience, and I hope that you have similar experiences to share. And if you don't, just make something up. If you don't have that sort of experience, and if you didn't ever wish to play a different instrument, do your own thing. Be creative. Here we go. Okay, so if you don't have answers to these questions, if you can't make at least a minute video out of this, I would like you to draw a picture of your favorite place in the world. It has nothing to do with music, but I have literally no ideas right now. So it's not a challenge. It's just a supplement to the video if you don't have much for the video. So now for the challenge. Are you excited? Because I am. Hi, so I'm now in a music building practice room, so if you're not counting, this is the third practice room I've filmed from today, and I just want to let you know that I have a challenge for you and that it's super easy this week and it's not required, it's just for fun. If you feel like you might want to add something special, again, no pressure. So I think it'd be really cool if you could try to sneak attack another member from our group and find them in their natural habitat, playing or singing, making music, basically. And obviously it's not easy to do because you're not around everyone at all times. But if you happen to experience someone making music, go ahead and tape them because you can put it in your video, and I think that'd just be like super cool. So that's it. So thank you. I think there's polish on my pants too. I just did laundry last night. This is probably good. Okay. Ready?